You know, the worst thing about performing here is that I know for a fact I'm the least attractive person to be up here tonight. Fuck you, Peter. Your goddamn lion mane. Go up here and do my ugly jokes. I hadn't smoked weed in a long time before last weekend. And I say this, and I know full well I sound like an old man. Shit is different now. When I last smoked weed, it was analog. We put a plant in a pipe, and we set it on fire, and we inhaled it, and we were happy. But this weekend, I smoked weed out of an electronic pen. And we had to stop because the weed ran out of batteries. We live in the fucking future, you guys. That is sci-fi. We used a lighter to change the batteries. That's all we used it for. I don't smoke weed a lot anymore. I'm an adult now. I take Vicodin. Because I have real pains I've accumulated over a lifetime. And I gotta get rid of that shit for a brief moment. I got the best present of all time. Recently, a friend of mine gave me a bottle of unlabeled pills. It's like he got me 15 little adventures. I don't know where I'm going each night. The other night I took one and I washed it down with 3 red stripes and it turned out to be a hydrocodone. And it was a great night. I call it hydrostriping. If y'all get a chance to go hydrostriping, do it. You're gonna have a fantastic time. This girl's like, oh, that sounds like a way better night than listening to comedy. I'm out of here. Hydrostriping is great, but it will kill you. I remembered that when I laid down to sleep that night and I started thinking about Heath Ledger. Not like sexually. I mean, I would, he's hot. I just mean I started thinking about how he died. He jokered himself. He basically was hydrostriping. He went too far. Thank you. And he died. Now, I realize at this point I can't undrink those beers or untake those pills. But what I can do is not do the third thing that killed Heath Ledger, which is go to bed. So now I just have to stay up all night to keep myself alive. And how am I going to do that? I'll tell you. By taking more unlabeled pills and drinking more red stripes. So I'm in what you might call a feedback loop at this point, wherein I can't stop doing drugs. Eventually I do fall asleep, and I find myself in the unique position, I don't know who's had to do this in their life, I have to write a reverse suicide note. I'm turned around for that. Reverse suicide note, which is if I die, I need people to know I didn't mean it. So I get a piece of paper and I say, to whomever finds this, my bad. This has probably made your night a whole lot worse. I'm sorry my corpse is in your house, or wherever else it might have been found. I was just trying to have a good time. I went a little too far. Obviously I survived, but I still have that note in my pocket just in case, because you never know when you're going to have a weird set at the Yeti and things are going to kill you. It might be tonight, I don't know. I still got 10 unlabeled pills. Let's find out where we're going, you guys. Come with me. Come with me on this journey. That's all right, fake suicide notes. Why not? You guys are comics. You already have your suicide notes ready. Waiting to sell those outlets. I almost hit a fucking goose on the highway. That shouldn't be possible. We weren't even near water. It was just on the road. The car in front of me swerves. I have 5 seconds to realize there's a goose, and I gotta decide what to do. What do? I honk at it, because that's their fucking language. It should understand honks. It does not, as reasonable as that sounds. Geese are dumb as shit. Hi, puppy. Oh, adorable puppy. Oh, no, gotta do comedy. Geese are dumb as shit. This goose is not moving. And I can't swerve out of the way because there's cars coming the other way now. So I have to decide, what am I going to hit? Am I going to hit a car or am I going to hit a goose? I chose car because I'm stupid. So I swerve out of the way. I look back in my rearview mirror. The goose is not even looking at my car. It's like an action movie star not looking at an explosion. I'm dealing with fucking Liam Geeson here. Yes! Yes! Thank you, good night. No, there's more, I'm sorry. We keep going after Liam Geese. I do that to pull in people walking in. That's the end of that Goose joke. Geese are stupid as fuck. I got no more on that. All right, now that I've reeled you in, let's talk about some weird shit that happened to me last night. Has anyone ever stopped masturbating to porn because the plot got too unbelievable? This happened to me last night. I was watching, I clicked on the thumbnail because it was a girl in a schoolgirl outfit. And I thought, okay, I'm fine with that. And she said, well, principal, I know I've had a rough sophomore year. And I said, well, now that you're full screen, you're clearly 43. Unless you've just had the worst series of years ever, you're not still a sophomore. And she says, I know I had a rough year, but please don't tell anyone my secret. And I said, all right, I'm intrigued. And she stood up and unbuttoned her shirt to reveal that she was 8 months pregnant.
Oh!
And I said, bait and switch, Internet. There were no hints that this woman was extremely pregnant. And she said, I know I was naughty at summer camp. And I said, all right, I'm back. And she said, I fucked every boy at summer camp. And I said, that is too many boys. There are probably realistically at least 60 boys at summer camp. That is too much. She said, that's probably why I'm so big right now. That is not how pregnancy works. You do not get more pregnant by fucking more people. You are already the maximum level of pregnant you can be. I still finished. I lied at the beginning. I kept going. I just wanted you guys to think I was cool. I wasn't. I jerk off to anything. I'm a monster. I had a while ago, I had to have surgery. Yeah, it was about the sound I made. I had a kidney stone and I had to have penis surgery, the worst kind of surgery. And I'm not going to go into detail about what happened during the surgery, but I'll tell you what happened after, which is I peed blood for a long time. And then the doctor told me the next time I ejaculated, it might be blood. And I said, how much blood? And he said, oh, so much. Which is not professional qualification. So I gotta take care of that on my own, right? I'm not gonna give some poor unsuspecting stranger a ruby necklace. I'm not a monster. I am. You heard the last joke. So, I don't know if you've ever tried to masturbate when you think that your penis might turn into the elevator doors from The Shining and just unleash a dark tide upon you. But you can't quite get yourself there. So I'm unintentionally edging my blood dick for about 2 hours. That's what I like. I like them groans. And I finished. It felt just like every orgasm I've ever had in my life, but what came out was not normal. What came out was nothing. Nothing came out of my dick, and that is unnerving. It was 2 in the morning and I called a hospital and I said, where's my cum? And a very startled nurse said, excuse me? And I explained my situation to her and she said, oh, one of the medications you're on, the side effect is retrograde ejaculation. And I said, I'm gonna need more explanation. And she said, well, basically, it's going, instead of coming out of you, it's going back up into your bladder. And I said, I'm coming inside myself? And she said, yes, congratulations. And I said, oh, good. Does this have any adverse effects on you? And she said, no. And I said, good. And then I hung up and I did it 50 more times. And what I learned during that time is that the only thing that separates man from animal is that you have to clean up after you jerk off. Because I turned into a goddamn animal. I was leaving my shirt tucked in. I wasn't washing my hands after. I was just masturbating. Nothing came out. Shaking people's hands. How you doing? Now, they didn't know exactly when that side effect was going to wear off. So after about a week, I'm now playing Russian roulette. Is this going to be the day it's loaded again? I don't know. But I've stopped bringing Kleenexes with me because I've embraced who I am now. I'm trying to figure out where we go from there.
Wow.
I usually try and build up to the weirder material. How many of you guys are from Tulsa? Me too. Have you ever had to have the unpleasant experience of showing someone who's not from Tulsa around Tulsa? It sucks, because you can't tell anyone about Tulsa more than 30 years ago, because everything that happened in Tulsa 30 years or more ago was so racist, you don't want to tell the story of it. So you'll take someone around Tulsa and you'll be like, look at this building, it was built in 1950, and they'll say, oh, what did they do in that building? And you'll say, they didn't do shit in that building. Don't worry about what happened in that building. Let's go to the Arby's across the street. Spoiler alert, the Arby's, also racist. Don't go there. Have you guys seen the little like bicycle trolley that goes around downtown here? Who the fuck is that for? Who's like, I want to get drunk on a Saturday night, but also exercise? I instinctively hate those people. I sympathize with the one fat dude who's pretending to pedal. That's me every time. He's like, listen, I need you to take me to the next bar, and I will pretend I want to bicycle there, if that's what you want. Are you guys still friends on Facebook with anyone you went to high school with? I am. And I think I am for the same reason you guys are, and I'm going to run it by you, and you can tell me if we're on the same page, okay? Sometimes I've had a bad day. Maybe I got passed over for the promotion I wanted. Maybe your significant other broke up with you. But you always have Mandy on Facebook, who's having a way worse day than you. You can say, well, shit, I had an argument with my best friend today. Oh, but Mandy has Hep C, so I guess I'm doing better than her. We all have a Mandy. If you're looking around thinking, I don't have a Mandy, I'm better than that. You're Mandy. Other people are laughing at you. I have the greatest Mandy of all time. My Mandy has never posted a Facebook status with a capital letter, which you have to work to do. Your phone will auto-fill in a capital letter. She has to go back and say, capital C? No, I'm no New York City girl. This is a country girl with no capital letters. My Mandy posted the greatest status I've ever read, and I'm going to tell it to you verbatim. But I'm going to warn you, it's going to get really dark for a second. But I want you to remember you came with me through the penis blood part, so let's just bear with it through this. The status was about the death of her fiancé. Bummer. Keep going. Her fiancé had to have all of his teeth removed. Which, if you have to have all of your teeth removed, that's your fault. One, I can understand, was a mistake. You know, all of them, that was meth. So she posted this status about what happened to him. Prayers, please. Nick choked to death on tooth blood last night. Let it sink in for a minute, that's fine. We're gonna dissect it. We got it? Is it in you? Here we go. Prayers, please. Absolutely. I say a prayer of thanks every night that she put that shit on Facebook. It's the greatest thing I've ever read or ever will read. Nick choked to death. The number 2. DEF death. On what? Tooth blood. TOOF. Tooth. BLUD blood. Tooth blood. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. I used to laugh about that every night until a couple of months ago I had to have all 4 of my wisdom teeth extracted. And all of a sudden, tooth blood ain't no joke. Tooth blood's a very real possibility for my future. So I'm getting ready to be put under in the dentist office. I grab the dental hygienist lady. I say, careful of my tooth blood. She says, sir, there's no danger. And I said, yes, there is. I've seen it before. She said, you'll be fine. I said, maybe. But if not, you keep that shit off of Facebook. Because I will not be anybody's Mandy. I'm Ryan Green, guys. Thanks for listening.